Okay. Delay starting at 1500 seconds. Good. 25 minutes. So, here's the deal. I was just pulled over by my contact here, Sirgik. Sorry again if I'm butchering your name, broski. But he said, hey, basically, Tushino agreed to a 15-minute delay for you, but they're a little mad about it right now in the moment. Can we move it to 20 minutes? And I'm like, yeah, sure, broski, that's fine. I just looked into OBS about how to move it, and then he talked to another one of his admins who was in the channel. They said something in Russian, and they're like, actually, Liru, can we do 25 minutes? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I just had to make sure that I wanted to see if OBS would allow me to basically set it to like an extra 5 or 10 minute bump, but no, I got to completely restart the stream. So that's fine because we're in, it's not like this is happening in the middle of the actual fight itself. I just have to ask you guys to, be patient with me because now we're gonna have, 25 minutes of dead time. But you'll get everything from start to finish. So I just want to make sure that our hosts are happy because without them, I wouldn't be allowed to come in and stream it. Because I want to, work with them on what they want. Because technically, there's 2 hosts here. There's, 2 mega projects going at it. So this is round 2. Again, on server 1 for them. I'm deciding today just to keep it simple and stay on server 1. So we have now it's a U.S. and it looks like also a German operation against an OP4 controlled bridge, which is right here. So it's Soviets and so it's Germany. Which makes sense, because Cell 2, it's, I think it's an Arma 2 map originally, but it got ported to Arma 3. I think is meant to be, like, German architecture. So, we have East Germany with USSR versus US and German forces. So, when we get pushed onto the map, that's when I'm going to do the prediction, because now that we have a 25-minute delay, that means, I can do a prediction for, like, 30 minutes. So, from there, we'll see how things go. Asset-wise, I don't know what to expect specifically. We do have a walled-off airfield, though, so I imagine Blue 4 might have some stuff right there. And then I've got my little position here. I can potentially drive down. I'm really tempted to drive around and find people. I might act like a press guy for the first 30 minutes. But we'll see. Which, in that case, I mean, you're just making a bit of a blind prediction here, but we'll see. I know some of y'all like to bet, though, so we'll see how things go. But yeah, that first round I thought was textbook. That's what I'll compare everything else to, and that's what I'll probably never see again, But we'll see how things go. So I think this is the border where OP4 isn't allowed to leave this zone. Blue 4 can come in from any area. That is interesting because that means there is a bridge, actually a pair of bridges here that Blue 4 can use to move in. We also have a wooden bridge over there. And then we have a bridge over here. So OP4 basically, I mean, they're defending a bridge, though, so they can make a spearhead, like, right here at the absolute worst, and then probably a defensive line here. So this is, like, the final defensive perimeter that they have. And then if they have any air assets, though, that can potentially be locked in by Blue 4, because we also have this fenced-off area where I don't know why we have this second one there personally, but who knows. Cell 2 as a map, we have these really massive highways. Fun fact, we did a World War Z mission, and this was the little area we used. I know it well because I spent hours trying to basically have the zombies run up the damn road, but instead they kept doing this, which was annoying as hell to deal with. But, I mean, this is also the map where I once put a Gepper down. It started engaging stuff like 5 kilometers away through multiple forests. There was a lot of weird stuff that happened on Cell 2. But I like it as, a good urban map as well as, oh, they got a little field hospital location. That's probably a FOB, actually. And then we also have a marked position there. So I think that's a medevac position where if you're unconscious, you can be moved to that position and, like, revived or something. But we also have one over there as well. Interesting. But a lot of forested areas. The forests can get quite dense, or they can get quite open, depending on the types of trees and vegetation that are there. But again, a lot of open zones for vehicles to lock down here as well. I'm definitely going to drive around and try to interview some Op 4 or Blue 4 people. I mean, Blue 4, I have a flag location, but I don't know where they're going to spawn specifically. So Op 4 I might go for just because it'll be, just because it's a smaller zone for me to search with. If I was up here, though, I'd probably go up, but we'll see. Because once I go into the spectator interface, I don't think I can leave it. Part of me also just wants to stay as a war reporter the entire time. It's just the one time I did do that, I ended up getting killed very early on in an airstrike. So I don't really want to do that, but maybe in the future, we'll see. Oh, man. I don't know. Today's been a good day. I did message. I have something in like an hour and a half, and I told them I might be like up to 30 minutes late. Because this might, you know, keep going. Just making sure everything's also set away with my Twitch mods. I'm going to be honest, I do need to spend some time this week to get some new blood in for the Twitch mod community within my group, because, again, like a lot of the old guard in TSB, it's just a lot have kind of moved on with their lives. And now we're too busy. So I guess I just gotta do the equivalent of moderizing everything, but let's see, compared to the previous round, now knowing what we know, we can expect the air assets that Blue 4 might potentially have, or even Op 4, to not be as effective on the engaging stuff on the ground. So we can kind of rule air out as a bit of a moot point. Maybe for some end game support, but that's really it. Vehicle-wise, Blue 4 should have a vehicle advantage. And then Op 4 is just going to be defending hard points like towns and whatnot. We'll have to see how quick they are to maneuver their forces back. I guess in the difference between the previous mission on Serrani and this one, there are more forested areas for Op 4 to quickly pull forces back if they need to. So they can just basically drive through those forests in a pinch. Oh. There we go. So we wait. I got Spectator right there. And then I can turn up my draw distance there. We'll see. If I don't have a vehicle, then I'll go immediately into Spectator. But I want to see if I can run around for a second. But, I mean, like, the main difference between Cell 2 as a map and Serrani is those massive open areas that really could prevent Blue 4 from pulling away. Plus, this AO is smaller than the other one in terms of defensive area that, you know, Blue 4 is defending compared to what Op 4 is defending right here. So, I think Op 4 have a bit of a better defensive advantage compared to the previous mission. What they have specifically as an advantage, that could go either way. All right. I don't think I have any vehicles here, so I think we're just going to go right into the spectator interface. But in the future, I would love to be able to spawn next to an element and have a fun little interview with them. All right, there I go. Oh, there were some Blue 4 guys right up the road I could have talked to. I would have been running for 5 minutes. All right, let's go ahead and cover stuff. So this is Cold War era, so we've got some nice scopes on top of some suppressed M16A2s. These guys, they've all got that fun little camo on the top of them. We got some 249s, some GLs, some scoped Mark 14s. All right, but otherwise it's just some transport Humvees. Looking out on the opposite side for Blue 4, we've got a convoy. This is the West German forces. So some Lush APCs, or Fush. It's Lush or Fush. I always get these confused because one is the Scout autocannon Vic and the other one is the transport that can have the MG3 or the Milan. Are they Milans? It's some sort of tow system on top. But all right, so we got some scope G3s, but most of these guys are going to have G3 A1s of some type. And then some MG3s for their weapon systems here. And then we got some Panzerfausts there. But yeah, the scopes I think are for the leadership and whatnot. So we're still going to see some magnified optics here and there. Is that a debug? Yeah, so this is a footbridge, not a footbridge, pontoon bridge. That's what I'm looking for. All right, looking at the rest of the forces here. Ah, Zipanza. So we got 2 German tanks. Looking over at Blue 4. It's a Paladin! All right, some dedicated howitzer artillery. Probably not powerful enough to destroy that bridge, but all right, we're going to see some artillery duking it out. I always love to see that. And then Blue 4, we've got some more mechanized convoys here. We've got a GMG up top. We got some repair and refuel vehicle. Triple R support, but no rearm. That's fair, so you can't camp and just, you know, infinitely bombard with a GMG from a click away. More M16, some saws, another GMG vehicle looking down. We've got, nope, that's a 3rd GMG. And then we have a 4th GMG. All right. And then we got some older Mazes as well. The Carl Gustav, as I like to call it. Ah, we got the Bradleys. All right, with some twin tow launchers. We got an up-armored one there, too. And then behind them, we have an M60A3. Nice. So now Blue 4 have their powerful armor. What's their helicopter? No fucking way. No fucking way, bro. Bro. I need to put the prediction down. I can't put the prediction down until we start, I just realized, but I'll put it for 30 minutes. I'm putting that in chat to let you guys know. Oh. What do Op4 have? Op4 have a fucking Tunguska. With the radar! Oh my god! Oh no, bro! Alright. I think that's a T-80. Hold on. Oh shit, no, I'm locally muted. I can't hear them. Damn. Because it looks like they're dancing to something down here. Let me... Yeah, I can't hear them. But they're clearly looking up in the sky and praying. We can't hear what they're saying. They're probably dancing to music or something. I am in the channel, though. I can't hear them. Damn. Oh, well. I always love how players act when they know that, you know, there might be someone commentating on them. I love that. But damn, they have a Tunguska. Oh my god. Flashlight tag with some East German T-72s there. We got some transport trucks in play. We've got AK-74s, I believe, with some RPK-74s. We have that longer muzzle. I gotta look at the muzzles, man. Now that I know that's the main difference between AKMs and AK-74s, that's what I gotta look at. We've got some SVDs, some G3A1s as well. Some other stuff. Oh, even have female heads. That's nice. But otherwise, that is one team there for the East Germans as well. As soon as the prediction starts, I'll put a 30-minute prediction up. But, I mean, by then, I think it would have already cashed in. Who knows? And we got some more forces there. Here we go. Now we're seeing BMP2s. We have a medical vehicle, repair, and refuel also in play. They got all these fun little trench lines made from the earth ramparts. And then these... These look like the old Cold War assault sandbags. And then I'm unfamiliar with that dirt texture, but that's a really nice way to make trenches too. And then up here, we've got a bunch of smashed... That's a smashed martyr. So this is all smashed West German stuff. So I assume they're... Oh, what the hell happened? Oh, no! People already killing themselves in debug. This is more... Nope, this is Soviet stuff. And then they got some West German transports. We have another BMP up here. This one looks a little damaged, though. Don't know what they did. Then we have another transport truck right here filled with guys. Some stolen weaponry from the looks of things. Alright. Soviet-era units stealing weaponry and appropriating it. I mean, yeah, that's believable. But I mean, if it's there, might as well use it. So again, the main fight, we have a medical tent here, so I think they can bring the wounded in there and get them healed. But the main fight is this bridge. It looks like they have to get down here and interact with this spot, maybe this spot over here, and then detonate that to destroy the bridge itself. So we've got two T-72s there, a T-80. Oh, okay, we also have this group over here I didn't notice. I think this is another West Germany group. No, these are Soviet era. So it's more infantry. I mean, right off the bat, let's look at the amount of assets and what they have specifically. So we have two T-72s, that T-80, a Tunguska, and then two BMP-2s. Which one might be disabled, and that might just be a turret instead. Okay, and there's another one over here. So we have some static BMP-2s around that they can use as autocannon defenses. But otherwise, it's a single BMP-2. Oh, there's a third one here as well. They might be able to get those repaired, actually. Because this is 6 people, but this might be an infantry squad with them as well. And we do have a repair vehicle back there. So I don't know if they can get those repaired or not and then field them in. 5 minutes remaining. But, alright, so 3 tanks and 1 IFV versus... We got 2 tanks there and a 3rd tank up here. We have an artillery tank, and then there's 4 Bradleys. No, 3 Bradleys, right, and then the 1 tank. So... On paper, that is 6 armored vehicles, because I'm not including the Paladin in that equation, versus, and I'm not including the AA vehicle in that equation, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So, Blue 4 going in with an advantage, and then... I know there's a Tunguska in play, but this... And they have targeting pods. Oh my god. This thing was built to shred convoys of this. The Highway of Death is the perfect example of what the A-10 was built for. So if Blue 4 somehow finds this and eliminates it, I think it's over. The difference between a single alligator and two A-10s is... The A-10s, I mean, they've got at least 2 to 3 times the armament of a single alligator, and there's 2 of them. Plus, they're planes, so they can move much quicker around the map. Plus, they have the GAU-8. Literally a giant chain gun that fires rounds the size of soda cans that explode. Those things alone could kill everything in this AO if that Tunguska wasn't alive. So that Tunguska is literally a linchpin. I think Op4 have to have a few Iglas somewhere. But I'm gonna be honest, it's very easy to dodge an Igla. Especially when most people are just gonna take that Igla and immediately try to panic fire and lock on with it. Yeah. Utter chaos. What? Is he okay? Nah, hipster's just being hipster, I see. Why load in the vehicle when you can be in the vehicle? I think he's gonna need a doctor. And... oh, they somehow got him in the vehicle. That's funny. Now there's a strap in his face. Almost looks like a super mutant. Alright, so we're going to see these 2 Spec Op groups. Well, okay, one is a full mechanized convoy. That's going to go in immediately. We got the Spec Ops forces over there that'll come in, and then we got the main convoy coming from the north, and then some other armored assets. I'm going to be honest with you, the fact that Blue 4 has an artillery tank, that changes the game quite a bit. Because now if Op 4 try to hold any static position for too long, it's going to get hit by artillery. And we already saw in the first round how quickly and how coordinated not artillery, but them using GMGs as like pocket artillery was. I'd imagine that Paladin is going to have a very high kill count. And if those, if that Tunguska isn't dealt with, it might even have a higher kill count than the A-10s. I see now why there's covering on top of the trenches here. It's basically to prevent artillery and the A-10 from being super evil. Now, catch-22, though, if both A-10s are shot down, that Tunguska is going to basically be an anti-infantry weapon. And unmodified, fast-firing, I forget if this is 20 or 30 millimeter, but I digress. This will shred infantry. We saw infantry dying to like 2 or 3 shots of a, with body armor on. Now they've got even thinner body armor, and this will kill. That will kill quite a bit. Here. Stream up in 2 minutes. And I'm going to immediately put the prediction up for 30 minutes. You even have a downed Gepard out here. I mean, Blue 4 strategy here should be cut and dry. Just go up, 2 or 3 of the MSRs, make a nice concave. Not a concave, but like these guys can go across, start harassing the rear, make a nice concave attack from the north, take that forward position, get to the bridge, take it. Spec Ops might try to flank around, but I mean, this is a pretty cut and dry AO. Advantage, I would have to give the Blue 4, but the vehicle... There we go. The vehicle is, the vehicle difference was a lot more in the last round. There was only like 3 autocannons on Blue 4, and then Op 4 had like 5 or 6. And that definitely made a difference in these open fights. Here, Blue 4 only has an extra 2, but that's not including some of these static BMP2 positions. Anyway, I'm going to tab out, put the prediction up. And we'll put that up for 30. And that time's right with the stream starting. Excellent. Here, I'll tab out and say, should be live now. Again, thank you for your patience, guys. I completely understand, you know, needing a very big buffer time for PvP. Alright, otherwise we've got the APCs already coming around. They're going to stay on their side and add to the concave attack, and I kind of agree with that. Because here's the deal. Blue 4 could just literally take this side of the bridge and then pound this entire area with their paladin artillery. You know? Like, immediately. So, all Blue 4 really needs to do is take the northern side. The thing they gotta fear is, all of the tanks that can potentially come and outflank them. Alright, so we've got one spec op group for Op 4 immediately going out. 2 tanks coming in with transport group coming on the side. And the... Wow, yeah, no, they've moved out quick. The Tunguska's already out. They're probably going to put that, like, right behind the bridge somewhere in here in the middle of the forest, like in here, ready to engage anything. And then the A-10s aren't lifting off just yet, but we might see that change. Yeah, boy! I'm so excited to see those, man. Main convoy's already coming in. The scouting group with the Humvees is already starting to branch out. We're going to see contact quick in this one. Got some dismounts over here. Humvees dismounting on the side as well. Blue 4 starting to do some incursions in 2 separate zones here. One tank is coming down to support this side. The other one's going to join the main fight here. And that's another difference, though, is the tanks are even. Both sides have 3 tanks. But again, I think the main difference is going to be Blue 4's artillery use. All right. From what I can see, yep, Op 4 are basically doing that perimeter I was talking about, where they just want to hold, like, the northern bit, and then, you know, I would say a little more conservative is right there, but they're giving themselves some space to pull back if it's needed. Let me max my draw distance there. It was looking a little close, wasn't it? A-10s, they're in them, but they're not taking off just yet. They're probably going to sit there for a little while as they try to find the, they're going to try to find and eliminate the Tunguska. I have a feeling that's what the Special Forces groups are going to be tasked with. Ooh, are they going to try to rush a tank on the back line? So I'm going to be honest, if the tank does a suicide charge, but it's able to find and kill the Tunguska, that's a job done. Oh, they might put the Tunguska forward, which means they can also use the autocannons against infantry, but that's a little more risky. And we see that Op 4 also has some statics that they're deploying. So we were probably going to see some cords. Oh, they've got PSO scoped cords. God, I wish I had more scoped turrets like these. So these are assets side to solid games. So, yep, that's literally the PSO fixed on the side. Honestly, scoped turrets are usually a game changer in most instances of PvP. And here, I think they're definitely going to make a difference if they're able to catch an infantry squad in the open. We see some SPG-9s coming into play as well. They're going to set them up in areas that they can do some quick ambushes if vehicles move by. Yeah, it was kind of funny to watch them all at the end come in chat and start yelling at each other over metagame, and I'm here like, I can't understand a word you're saying. But again, I don't think metagamers change the results in any way. Because if there was metagaming at a high degree, you would have seen Op4 systematically clear all of those towns in the previous round easily. But the times that they did, they were immediately eliminated, and a 15-minute delay wouldn't show where you are accurately enough for the enemy to then clear your position. So I think it was just people being salty that they got steamrolled. Maybe we saw one or two instances where maybe there was a little bit of metagaming, but at the same time, from what I could see, we found angles where there were players that did potentially see where they were. That was with the GMG Crow system firing at the one Gaz. Not the Gaz, the armored vehicle with the autocannon on it, because there was a bunch of infantry that left that position. So the guy that saw the infantry leave that hill probably assumed that a vehicle brought them up, or watched the vehicle coming in the first place and called the Crow system to come over and then range the rounds. And then the other one, we literally saw an angle where the guy was standing, and then if we looked up on the hill from the window, we saw an Op4 guy looking down at him with binos. So I'm not claiming there was no metagame in this round. There probably was with, you know, that many people on. Someone's probably going to be trying to stream snipe somewhere, but I think it was negligible to the end result. Even if I didn't stream it, I think the same thing would have happened, maybe plus or minus a few kills, but it still would have been an Op4 steamroll. And this with 25 minutes, and we already have this massive Blue 4 line here. Bro, in 25 minutes, Blue 4 is going to be all the way down here, so, like, nothing's going to come of it. But, I mean, looking at this map, we already have some people getting right on top of each other. And we see some Soviet members already getting killed by some of the Blue 4 Spec Ops guys. Yeah, and that's what I'm also saying. Just let's not piss off our hosts. That's all I say. I mean, the face I gave when Bloodwing came down, she didn't realize I was hosting a Russian event. She's like, yeah. And I just looked at her like, oh, please, no. We had a good laugh, though. I think it's important to be able to insult each other and have a good laugh. That's literally what my relationship's built off of, but everyone has their own opinions on that. Gotta be able to laugh at everything, you know? I do love how Sen here has an RPG ready, and they just took out another. Can you imagine being a Soviet conscript assigned to defend this patch of forest, and then you just have a bunch of suppressed dudes, and you hear click, 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 and they probably, like, you wouldn't even have radios at that point. You would just stand there going, like, what's going on? And then click, click, and then boom, you're gone. So this Op4 line is getting absolutely steamrolled here. And it's by a technologically superior force, because they've got, you know, scoped M16s with suppressors. And they're just systematically going through the trees, taking things slow. The question is, when we have close rounds like this, can Vampiro, he should be able to hear those. God, that is so messed up. He took fire, he did what he was supposed to, fell back, and immediately ran into a two-man group that was right there ready to take him out. Damn. Looking at the rest of the field of war here, we have some Blue 4 that have gone way ahead. But yeah, like, the round hasn't even started yet. It's not going to start for, like, another, like, 20 minutes. So if anyone's claiming they got metagame killed, like, immediately, bro, they weren't even here yet. But I get it, and I'll do everything I can to make sure we provide for our hosts, because I am just here to cover a video game. We got some GMG rounds going. That's from the Humvees. Blue 4, I think, is fielding like 3 or 4 GMG Humvees from afar. That was smaller explosions. We just heard it go off, because autocannon will be bigger. I think it's from right here. Yeah, so he has that max range, and he's just firing it. You can see where his gun's lined up. I think they're trying to pepper the town, but they're a little long, and they don't have anyone there to scout the... Well, they might have Mac here to scout the rounds. He does have a scoped M16. Devour, I haven't had a chance to look at it. I probably won't till tonight, because as soon as this ends, I gotta basically get in the shower and go somewhere for most of the day. So when I'm back at my computer, I'll let you know. Yeah, I wanted to look at this flank. So we got a BMP. Fast firing over here. They're trying to hit some of the infantry over here. This is the West Germans. They got a little bit of defilade to work with, thankfully. Otherwise, they would be paced. And you got a tank also pushing up with them. They left their tow rope out. And we got Magdog over here. Yes. I don't know why I like him, but we just keep managing to find him. We have a scoped cord static over here. It's just waiting to see anyone that comes out. That's going to be a deadly weapon. And one of those A-10s is now taxing. I'd imagine taxing it so you can then like have it on the runway ready to go would be smart. And we've got a single Blue 4 player over here. I'm pretty sure that's an AFK guy. But anyway, command for Blue 4 is Todor here. And Op 4 is going to be, I think that was Cortez? Yes. Staying in here with an MG3 on this position. So he definitely wants to keep that spot. But just look at all of these dots. And then you got this Op 4 force back here. I guess they're trying to intercept anything that might come on that side. But unfortunately, Blue 4 has other plans. But they might be able to come back later. Even though I thought this dotted line meant Op 4 couldn't cross this area. But maybe I misread it. But either way, they're definitely going to be not that useful. Yes, okay, it's Foosh. Loosh is the scout. Yeah, so we're all the way back there. And then Leopard 1A4s. Yep, that's the tank. Not gonna lie, though, Ooh, here comes the Paladin artillery! Yep, so they've set up right here. A few rounds came in. But yeah, and if ever I see a German tank, I'm calling it a Panzer. And nothing can stop me. So that was a Paladin artillery round. It's also being blanketed by the GMG, and you're seeing the effects of this entire area here just getting utterly annihilated. Damn. We're hearing the Bradleys starting to pepper certain areas too. Yeah, no, Blue 4 is just trying to focus on absolutely annihilating these towns first. Op 4 did the smart thing and didn't really hold a lot in them. But even so, it's a lot going down. I'm trying to look for where that cord static was to see if it got engaged or not. I think it was further up here. But either way, I do not see a static anymore. That is an AGS-30. Some sort of grenade machine gun. That's a really good road for it to watch down, though. I'm going to be honest, though. I wouldn't really expect infantry to be running down roads here, but, you know, you got to put it somewhere. You got to the A-10s. Yes. Where is our neighborhood Tunguska? Uh-oh. Not even my tracers know where it went. The issue is he's got friendlies all up here, so now we gotta wait a minute for the gravity to take its course and bring those rounds back down. No, there it is. Okay, I was about to say, like, there's no way the wind blew it that far off course. No, that's where those GMG rounds went. This is an autocannon firing. HE round just came in from something. That could have very well been a tank. Yeah, right there. They're just bombarding this area. I think I just saw an Op 4 guy get lit up. Yep. God, this really does show you that war is hell, because all the really fun stuff's coming out and just absolutely peppering tree lines. Blue 4 Spec Ops team is breaking through on that side. Where is the almighty Tunguska? Because that thing just being here is just a deterrent at this point. There she is. Because as soon as she goes up, you're gonna see these A-10s come up to play. And then we're gonna hear Fly Me to the, or Highway to the Danger Zone play, and then Tom Cruise will show up. Val Kilmer will literally rise from his grave to take the other A-10. I know they're flying F-14s or F-15s, but we can joke. The mating signals of the tank. God, 25-minute delay, man, is nuts. I've never streamed with one before, so it's just... I'm used to 15 minutes, but it's like, woo. Oh, here we go. Cookie might get a cookie. And he does. Or she, I don't know. Either way, that was a good drop. So we got units mixing up right here, just all throughout the front line. And they're still barraging that town. Now Artie's landing in this forested area. There's only 2 Op4 guys left. I think there was only like 3 or 4 in the beginning. But I love how cautious Blue 4 is being. And like as soon as they think they see something, they just light it the hell up. I'm going to be honest, that's kind of what U.S. doctrine is, though. If you think something's in a tree line, use the massive amounts of tax dollars Uncle Sam has put into your military-industrial complex and level the damn thing. Might as well use it, right? All right, Colt was able to take out a Blue 4 guy. His body must have flown forward then. Good God. All right. A little bit of crouched warfare here. Spec Op forces. Yeah, the Op 4 guys, like, all you have to do is just stay there and hope to God things are okay. I don't even know if they have radios on the ground. They definitely do for, like, their tanks and their squad leads. I saw LRs, but I'm not sure they have short ranges. So, I mean, these guys could very well stay here for, like, another 20, 30 minutes before they realize something might be wrong. And we have another tank out here. There's no way they know that that team's over there because the stream delay hasn't even caught up to there. So I ain't causing the metagaming. GMG's going off again, but now it has a tank to cover the road. So I think they're peppering this to prevent Blue 4 from moving in. But Blue 4 is not going to move in because they think it's a death trap. That's why they're bombing the shit out of it. Now I got something hitting. I don't know what GMG that is, but what I'm slightly curious about here is look at where Risk is. He's got an RPK from the looks of it because it's got the longer barrel with the bipod. He could kill Tesla here. Let's see him do it. One tap. Literally first bullet took him out. Beautiful play by Risk there. Then you got another driver in right here. I wonder if he could steal that vehicle. Little Grand Theft Auto. Can you imagine having to check every tree because there might be an enemy force in there? Ooh. AGR backing away because he just lost contact with that guy and probably heard those gunshots. Might be able to GMG that vehicle, though, if he sees someone get in it. And we still hear that Paladin rounds going off and God knows where. Ooh, the Blue 4 Special Forces have a big opening right here to go right on top of the town just before the bridge. They could sneak in and do it. Bradley, I don't think, has eyes on this tank. They're firing at something over here instead. I don't know if they're shooting in the trees and the rounds are ricocheting around, but we do have the tank looking. He just doesn't seem to have an angle. And we have another tank coming in. That's the T-80. Bradleys, you got to remember, though, they do have the toes, and those can, and they will, destroy Russian armor. God, everywhere you look, there is literally Blue 4 disseminated in with Op 4 here. So I know this is a German player because of the grenade. And we have 1A10 in the air. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm like, where's... I don't see the other A10. Yeah, it's off the map. That's why. Maybe, like, only the special forces for the Soviet guys can cross that line. That's why you have this. So these guys can cross out of the blue dotted line, but they can't enter the camp, the yellow area. That's what I'm thinking. Another issue is there's no fuel vehicle back here. Oh, wait. Nope, I lied. There is. Okay, because I was about to say, like, what if the A-10s run out? Like, is that a limited resource? No, we're good. But no repair, though. Blue 4 now entering this tree line that they peppered with both Paladin artillery rounds and GMGs. Return is getting absolutely peppered. They spotted him. He's throwing some return grenades. As some are thrown on him. He gets hit once. Ooh! Oh! From the puff of smoke, I think Mickey just mozzed him. Yep, he's on 2 kills. And he's reloaded it. Oh, the noob tube, man. The fucking noob tube. I love it. Just saw the coax fire. Oh, please tell me you're not No! No, he's a friendly! No! No! That puts you on 0, which means you had a Soviet kill earlier, and now... No! Alright, a little bit of local miscommunication there, Chief. Oh, yes! Risk stole it! Now I just gotta hope he doesn't... Oh, God, he's pulling a wheelie. Damn. Something's smoking out here, though. I think Op 4 managed to find one of the Blue 4 vehicles and take it out. That's a down Bradley. There, yeah, so Teddy got the kill with an RPG-7. Yeah, from here, that's only a few hundred meters. Great shot. Blue 4 down in autocannon. We have a smoke barrier right here. No way. No fucking way. He kills Sulfur. Switches to the AT. That's the crew compartment, though. I don't think it's going to do anything. Never mind. Risk is on a rampage. Oh! Hey, look, Seeker's here. Where will you be when you find your Russian counterpart? The A-10s are in the air. They're up high, though. Where's the Tunguska? Is he safe? He's across the bridge. He's got his radar going. Whoa, that's a super radar. What the fuck? Just... Oh, my God. So this means the A-10s are, like, super high in the damn sky. Tungus coming up. We're hearing more suppressive shots. Artillery. I don't know if that was a charge or what, but damn. I don't know if that's Op 4 bombarding that forest or Blue 4, but there's definitely something bombarding things from range here. It might be... Yeah, that's shooting from all the way over here. So that's our one culprit. I think Kerrigan just got a kill because there was 2 Op4 people here. And it doesn't matter. We found Nemesis's other twin, Nemiga. I love him. So Op4, I'm going to be honest, there's quite a bit of Blue 4 here that have been taken out in these lines. I'm not sure it'll be enough because we also have these Spec Ops coming around, but now we got Op4 coming around to plug the gap. Yeah, the round just started, so we're like 1 minute into the round itself. So, like, this group hasn't even been engaged yet in the beginning, so this is just them plugging a gap naturally. I don't know. Blue 4 down, 2 Bradleys. They only have 1 left. It's hard to say how this fight's going to continue. And that 1 Bradley's on the rear here. Cliff has him dead to rights, and there's the kill. Then we got some Blue 4 combing around. I think they're still trying to find that 1 AT gunner that killed that Bradley there. We're about to have Blue 4 and Op4 right here. Everyone saw it and immediately bet on the A10. Points-wise, it's still going, but 381 to 59. I'm going to be honest, 25 minutes in, I still think Blue 4 have a pretty decent shot at this, but it's not a guarantee. However... Oh, he only has a GL. That's unfortunately not going to do anything against this. He might be able to disable the turret, but he lacks the firepower to take the tank out. But he can scare the shit out of it. Oh! Oh no! He missed the RPG and it cost him his life! Oh, fuck! He panicked and hit the tree on accident. That's what cost him everything. What a shame. Got this Op4 team right up here. Blue 4 double tapping the body just to be safe. Some Op4 are starting to get engaged right here. We saw some Blue 4 symbols. I think there was 4 or 5 Op4 guys that came up here. Now it's down to 3. Let's see. Machine gun firing at Tilch here. Or, no, that's Thillick? Tithik. That's it. GMG just fired into this zone and got 2 knockouts. You are so lucky you are alive, dude. That should have had you dead to rights. Damn. Good dodge on an auto cannon. Sometimes you just get that lucky. Miki wakes up. Beckon still uncon. Combination of that GMG and that autocannon fire was knocking some of them out, but now we have this massive Blue 4 group that can push ahead, but we have this pretty strong Op4 defensive line. Here's the deal, though. Once Blue 4 identifies that this tree line's all bad, Paladin. But, counter issue, there's one thing that we haven't thought of yet, and that is this strike team. I don't see any explosives on them, though. So even if they find the Paladin tank, the only thing they could potentially do is ram their car into it and hope to get it armored. Do the other guys here have the AT? Yes, they do. There's a RPG-26. RPG-26. And they intercepted a Blue 4 Vic with a few guys. No, I'm sorry. These aren't RPG-26s. These are stolen M72 Laws. But it looks like they're trying to crawl under and grab a bunch of stuff, too. Neat. So now they have the means. I think these guys are honing in on the fact that this is shooting. So they're honing in on the noise, because it's a very loud sound. Final count is 14 people at 383K for Blue 4. Op 4 at 20 people at 65.4K. Damn. I'm going to be honest, it does look like Op 4 has a slight advantage right now, but that's going to change once the Paladin starts shooting. These guys, unless they have explosive charges, they don't really have a way to deal with that Paladin. He has to have, like, an explosive charge or something. So I'm assuming they had... Yeah, they caught him on the camera. Which I don't see a camera up there, but I guess, yeah, so the driver is on that slot to look around, so they saw them coming, they're like, oh, shit. Imagine your job is literally just to drive the vehicle around or spin around with it, but they moved the gunner to that slot instead. That's funny. Player in the Verse, thanks for the 40-month resub. Hello to you too as well. Hope you enjoy this massive PvP match, my friend, and hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. This message will be 25 minutes late. Autocannon still peppering this area. Mickey woke back up. I think the other guy bled out. Yeah, it's Nemesis's two long-lost twins. I love that. But artillery tanks on the move right now. Possibly moving to friendly forces. Those are AI, though. But they could always call for the A-10 to lower itself and strike. But that's if they have that... That's if they have that capability to call for the A-10s to come down and assist. But I think the Paladins are just going to run. So Artie's off station for a few minutes as it repositions. Also, though, they probably are going to drive around, maybe try to find the vehicle that Op 4 used to come in. And then they can just lower the gun and one-tap it because it's a soft-skinned UAZ. But you see these guys are just folding back into the AO. Let's go ahead and look at the Blue 4 commandos down here. None of the additional Op 4 elements have died here. They've definitely slowed down. It looks like they're calling for reinforcements to come back to try to envelop that group. Otherwise, not a lot of movement. We just heard something explode. But I don't know what it is. Someone's sniping at something, but I don't see what they could potentially have an angle to do that sniping on. Mag Dog is still over here. He's got a few Blue 4 guys coming up to his position. And yeah, as more people die here, they're definitely going to come back on stream like they did in round 1, so... Try not to go crazy, everybody. We got a Blue 4 tank in the rear over here. That's the one that I think drove south over here, and it went all the way around. I'd say because I think they're trying to destroy this other bridge, but it looks like that bridge has also been destroyed, so this is the one that they have to go for now. I don't think get to snipe the AT boxes. That'd be too easy. Because you would just have an Iander level player come over here and moz the shit out of them. Mag Dog taking fire from his right. That's Exy shooting at him. Oh! And there goes Mag. Try and get my tracers back on because I think they turned off. Got the UAZ chasing after the Paladin. But they don't really have a way to deal with it because the gunner is going to keep firing. The driver's going to go into the commander's seat and keep spinning around looking for him. Seeker walking by. Aquila literally going to have Seeker run right. No way you didn't spot that. Bro, there we go. Shot in the back of the head. Free scoped a M16. Just a lot of small-scale skirmishes, but, I mean, it's slowly adding up. Look at that Op4 player under the tree right there. Mint is probably screwed. Sawbull's looting the body. He's looking the wrong way. Oh, come on, you have to see Mint. There goes Mint. Sawbull gets up. He's got a scoped AK now. He's like, what happened? Where's my buddy? He's dead, bro. Another round 4 player right here got knocked out. He got shot, that's why. Ooh, that was an RPG-18 tube right there. First gen. Actually, I don't know if it's first gen. It's just like that's the oldest single shot disposable tube we see that the Russians have. Or technically in this one, the Soviet Union. Big blue 4 group right here, tank support. We're going to see them migrate to this tree line right here and then walk right into the town objective, and that's going to pierce in. That's going to cut off all of these elements here, and then this smaller force is going to draw out as much as it can. But that's all blue 4 has left. I think Op 4 has a slight number advantage right now. So if blue 4's attack fails, that's it. That's GG. Oh, boy. A little worried about this tank being up alone. That's AT-bait. Meanwhile, looking down here, that's where the other blue 4 tank was driving up. It got destroyed. Did Shark take a bite out of it? Someone ate that tank. I have no idea who. Maybe this tank spotted it? No kills recorded. The mystery of the destroyed tank. I was about to say, isn't that bridge destroyed, Ron Bridge? I'm like, the Soviet engineers already rebuilt it. Damn, that was quick. The buildings are evil. You're probably watching the towns get blown up by the grenade machine guns. Got this autocannon now, trying to fire through the tree lines here. I don't know if there was another infantry guy up here, but if he is gone now. I want to see if these A-10s have any effect here. Oh! Uh-oh! We just saw it go past. Holy shit. We're gonna hear the engine for a hot second as it times out, but damn. There we go. Takes a second for the game to catch up and realize, no, I am in fact not in a plane, but I wanted to at least see the Tunguska firing at it. God, that's dope. That's artillery. That's a GB, it's a guided munition, but I have no idea where it's going. Uh-oh. Fuck that area in particular. Ah, here comes the Paladin. It's finally gotten a good position and is starting to pepper the area again. UAZ is trying to get to it. Zero, you are one lucky SOB. Holy shit. These rounds are made for him, man. But his building's surviving. Uh-oh. Thankfully, the other building's eaten up a majority of it. Blue 4 looks like they're still not committing to the attack. However, there are some Op 4 guys. Yep, CBR's down to one person on there because the other guys were across trying to deal with that tank. Blue 4 maneuvering more of its forces down south. Paladin's trying to soften up this area. Oh, fuck. One of the planes got shot down. Because Basil's the only one in the air, so that means you have an air kill. You have to. You don't. So that means the round hit him and he lost control and then he just plummeted into the ground and died because the missile took out his controls. More already hitting that position. Absolutely pounding the radar position. Bunch of earplugs and smoke grenades. But the smoke grenades can turn invisible. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not sure invisible smoke is the best thing you need. That's kind of like air, you know? You can still see through. Alright, shitty jokes aside. So now I think they're only trying to send the infiltrator with the explosive charges to run up. But if we were to look at this vehicle... Oh, someone just screamed in there about something. So he's in the gun and the driver is in here. So he's not looking around right now, so maybe they can ambush the artillery piece this time. But just looking at the numbers here, I don't think Blue 4 has the numbers they need. Op 4 have a tighter defensive perimeter, so their infantry, not infantry, but their ratio of amount of defenders they have on the perimeter is going to be higher compared to the other mission on Sarani. Something just went off over here. Oh, it was his backblast, and he was firing AT into this position. And he did get a kill. That or it was a body. He is on a kill, though, so he definitely got that guy. Now he's just firing at other areas over here. You shouldn't waste all those rounds. You're going to at least want to keep a few in case you run into tanks or some other nasty people, but not bad. We got an Op 4 tank marauding around the rear. That's the T-80, just doing some patrols. No way. He did it. He did it. It's set to a timer. I think they know. I think, yep. He's going to try to get out and try to disarm it. And he immediately gets shot. The artillery's toast. Probably set for a default 30-second timer. There it is. And the explosion gets the other guy too. Now Blue 4 have lost their, I would argue, one of their most important assets here. The other one's the planes. One of them is down. Tunguska is still alive. It's not GG just yet, but now it's leaning a little more into Op 4's direction. Last artillery shells of the game are coming in now. I got Blue 4 in these trenches here. GL's trying to go into this building. He quickly goes to the second story as that GL does make it in the window. And you got some long-range GMGs now just firing into this town. Ooh. More GMGs. They're just going to pepper the AO with him at that point, forcing everyone into cover. Nasty pieces of equipment. I love this. I absolutely love this. If he misses, I'm going to laugh my ass off, but there's no way he's going to miss. Todor woke up and shot him. He was the commander. Bradley, I think the gun got disabled. Driver was like, fuck it. He tried to go and run him over, and then he got blown up. All of Blue 4's autocannons are down. An infantry guy for one of the 3 Bradleys. Good trade. Punk looking around. Probably heard those explosions. We still have the GMGs blanketing the AO. Oop. Blue 4 won that fight. I always try to cover these types of events as like a macro scale so I can see, you know, what's engaging what, and we can always try to find an angle on what's doing something, but even then I will miss things. I got this entire Blue 4 line coming up. They might have just spotted an Op 4 player there and eliminated him, but this is definitely where a bulk of Blue 4's final assault force is. Everything else has just been kind of cut down. I mean, let's look at this. I literally have like a full page right here and then an extra 4 men. If I go to Op 4, they have more than a page and a half of people remaining. So Op 4 have a pretty significant number advantage of at least like 4 to 5 groups worth of people. Oh, their Tunguska round fired. Oh, he's already been hit once. He's smoking. He's unconned. The missile hit him. We didn't catch it in time. So both A-10s are down. So this is now going to do a downward turn. Oh, he woke up. He's in a dive. He has no control. Wait, he might be able to level it out. Ejects Tom Cruise. Ejects. Holy shit, he ejected. Good thing, too. Alright, we're going to hear a bit more engine noise for a bit, and it's gone. Alright. Tunguska did its job. Now it can be used against infantry, and there's a big amount of infantry right here that... Ooh. It's looking more and more like this is going to be an Op 4 victory again. Blue 4 have lost a considerable amount of their assets. And Op 4 still have a big chunk of them. Op 4 also have a big chunk of their manpower remaining. We could still see Blue 4 get to this area, but actually getting to the bridge? I don't know. It's going to probably take a Hail Mary at this point. I think Blue 4 just lost one of their GMG Humvees. No, this is one of their open skin transports. And there's a dude burning to death inside. Ouch. Got a multitude of AT fire coming in. Another Humvee just came up and immediately got destroyed. And Blue 4 are trying to make their push, but there's a lot less infantry now. It's... Oh... I don't know. If one player is able to get to the bridge and dead it, I think that's still a Blue 4 win, but it could go anywhere. For English speakers, the one yelling in Russian is saying, well, stream snipers, is it fun? We have a 25-minute delay. Literally, people were dying left and right before the stream even started officially. So, I'm telling you right now, dude, there is no way that there's anyone stream sniping right now. It's been back-to-back combat, and people have been constantly moving positions. There's the 15 minutes, you could argue that because some people have been there for 15 minutes, but 25, dude, there's no way. If this was the other round, I could argue for it because there were people staying in one spot the entire time, but here it's been a constant amount of movement on both sides. Op 4 have slowly pulled their forces back. Blue 4 have constantly been moving. I can't, like, maybe people could stream snipe the fact that there's people in this building, but it's the final objective. Of course there's going to be people in that building. I love how PvP, regardless of the language, regardless of the community, there will always be people debating about it here. Oh my god. That just makes me giddy. Alright, I think Blue 4 just got a shot on the tank. That had to be with a single shot tube. But that tank just ate it, huh? But yeah, like, seriously, I timed it. Within a minute of the stream going live, where you guys were literally staring at the map, there were already people dying. So, I highly doubt. Because in 25 minutes, all of these guys are going to be gone, but they were, like, over there 25 minutes ago, so... Not really anything that can go wrong with that. I could jokingly probably have an hour-long delay and interact with you guys in chat via text, and we would still have someone come in saying that there was a stream sniping issue. That's funny. Alright, that one Op 4 player was just spotted. He has an RPG-7. Dawnbro could steal it. Got that BMP on the side. What's that cooking off over there? Is that the Blue 4 tank? That is another Blue 4 tank. So we're just getting down to Blue 4 infantry at this point. We got Todor driving the Triple R vehicle here, but I think it's over. I don't see Blue 4 getting to the bridge now. It's GG. Let's give him a warm welcome, shall we? Just looking at the numbers, if we scroll in here now, they have less than a page now. Whereas Op 4, if we go here, we have a full page here. We scroll down, we still have like a little over a page and a half. So Blue 4, based off of that, have a 3-2 advantage. Over, well, no, Op 4 have a 3-2 advantage over Blue 4. That's what I'm trying to say. And any blue 4 that go too close on that side are going to get auto-cannoned. Ooh, hold up. I was about to say, please do not miss every single shot. Goblin over here might get him, though. He's got an Uzi. 9mm SMG. Auto-cannon fire, and they're taking some enfilading fire from the infantry right there. Goblin found him and took him out. Got some more infantry moving along the rear. Blue 4 guy back there. Maxwell just got knocked out. Shots over here. Ivno, our friend from OFCRA, was able to find that shooter and take him out with that SVD. And we have an Op 4 member. This is Colt. We've seen him in the back line quite a bit this round. No kills, but he stole the Blue 4 medic vehicle. Hopefully he doesn't get friendly fired. That one Blue 4 guy holding back. Back at the front here. I mean, Blue 4 are just getting hit here. Pilot, I don't know if he was teleported up, but I think he DC'd. Sobel here on 2 kills. He's alone in his group now, but he's far back. He's stolen an AK, though, to confuse audio ID. I always love that type of play. I think the 5-4R that's in the that PKM from the Paladin, I don't think it can penetrate a Paladin's armor. Plus, you'll see later, and this is already past in the delay, they'll sneak up and put a satchel or a charge on it and blow it up anyway, but maybe you could damage the track of the Paladin, but then you're going to have a really angry artillery tank that's going to lower the gun and fire massive warheads at you that'll just kill you. Or not warheads, but shells, but warheads is more of a missile and rocket thing, whereas the shell is... It's what, a 122mm HE round just right into your cover? At that point, it's fuck your cover. Little worried right here, because now the BMP's mis-PIDing. Oh, you're going to slowly start seeing this page shrink more and more of Blue 4. Yeah, and then Felix was at the end, then you have these groups. Now it's almost a 2-to-1 advantage. Op 4 to Blue 4 in terms of manpower. The entire right flank collapsed. They rallied to the north with 4 dudes. This entire group has gotten isolated from the rear guard. All of the Blue 4 vehicles have been taken out. It's GG. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure this is GG. Of course, we have Dobro here, who just got the knockout on Tombry here. Yep, so that's one of the Iglas they had. I'm going to say it. Can Dobro channel his inner Russian Audrey Hotto and win the match for Blue 4? Answer, unlikely, but I'd love to see it. I love how he's triple timing here, though. Put the weapon on your back, you can sprint a little quicker, and he's gone. I imagine people, when they see that, are just going to go, he can't keep getting away with it. Not the caster cursing Liru my points. You son of a bitch. Unfortunately, our new inner Audrey Hotto member was not cheeky-breaky enough. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. It's done. Even if Blue 4 gets up here, Mr. Tunguska will have a fun little word with Blue 4. In a way, Blue 4, they're being saved right now because being torn to smithereens by that Tunguska is, yeah. Yeah, you know what just occurred to me? People that die in this op thinking that they might be stream sniped and then coming onto my stream immediately to go, oh yeah, of course he saw me. They're going to come on. They're going to have no idea where they are in the operation, and then like 10 or 15 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes later, they'll then see themselves and go, oh, that's weird. HE shell just came in from one of the tanks. Again, though, into friendly forces. Todor, Blue 4 Command, is up here. He's up against some people I know, actually. Ivno, for example. Oh, and here's Siargik. He's the my liaison to this event. At a 240 Bravo? Shit, with an MGO 4.5 scope. Nice magnified optic there, but it doesn't really do much against autocannons. And Ivno sniped Blue 4 ground command. That was an SVD. Ivno now on 2 kills. Smirch here, trying to get Goblin Axe. Can't line up the MG3 how he wants it, though. Goblin's able to push him off of that position. Grenades being thrown up here. It's not close enough. And Ascari is able to get the kill there. Yeah, you're just seeing heavy rounds not going to the Blue 4 positions here. It's a bit of a bully session now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 Blue 4. Not much has changed on the Op 4 roster. They've lost maybe 2 squads worth of people. Blue 4 lost a little more than that. 3 to 4 groups. Now Op 4 have about a 3 to 4 to 1 advantage. For 200 plus players, being over 30 frames is the goal, and that's a pretty good frame count to have at the moment. You gotta remember though, I'm in a spectator interface, which is gonna consume more resources than most. Well, that Blue 4 guy got taken out. There's another Blue 4 guy that just got sniped. Now they're down to about 13 Blue 4. Lemfi coming up. Spots Boyron, takes him out. Haters will say it was a stream snipe. I'm sorry, I'll stop about that. That just kills me every time to say it now. Because I'm just pointing out how ridiculous it is for me to have such a big delay, and then some people will still come in here yelling about it. Smirch is going to find Lemfi, but he can't range the machine gun, and Smirch trying to come up to clear the distance, but in doing that overexposes, and Lemfi gets the kill and dodges all of those shots. Love literally walks right past Dimkin here, and Dimkin doesn't kill him. Thank you for reversing what I said there. I appreciate it. So I was about to say, you should probably get him. There's a BMP2 that drove over here. I think that 4-man Blue 4 team took it out. So Op 4 now don't have any autocannon vehicles, but they do have some static BMPs around here. I don't know if those can be used or not. So Blue 4 isn't just lying down and taking this. They're actually trying to bounce back, but there's just too much Op 4 here. Ah, Dimkin's screwed. It hit his launcher and his foot, and then he's torn apart, and then the rifleman comes up and finishes him off. Beautiful PID that the tank didn't immediately start shooting at this guy because he was exposed, but he realized that's a friendly. I like to point out positive PID instances, too, where they don't kill you. Just to show that it is possible. We have Aquila here trying to... No, he's shooting at Asariel over there. Now, hard kill. He's on 4 kills, though. So this is one of the original special forces guys with that suppressed weapon. I can't tell if we just had AT firing here on this tank. Look at this tank's kill feed, though. 2, these are probably GMG Humvees, 1 armored kill, and then 7 infantry kills. Probably the crews of all those. And now it's firing those HE shells into the tree line here. Smoke's thrown, Op Force suppressing their positions, but... Maybe Mozart has some AT. Otherwise, pushing that tank is a little suicidal, broski. I know... Oh, he's got an armored kill, too, but... nothing they can do. We got some GMG fire going into these trees here. You guys are on the GBU twirl part. Ah. Mozart, I think, trying to sneak up to get some shots here. Maybe he thinks he sees something in this window. I'm just kind of hoping the tank loads an HE round, fires in his direction, just says, yeah, but mine's bigger. Oh, wait, nope, someone got knocked. Oh, Mozart got found. And is able to pull away. Even the grenade pull sound, that was actually kind of slick. Lemfi trying to work out with hard kill here. Hard kill spots. Lemfi gets the headshot. 5 kills for hard kill. Talor here trying to get retribution, but he's outscoped. And I think that's another kill for hard. Should be on 6 now. Oh god, the tanks. Oh, man. I assume someone in chat just told everyone what's going on. It's pretty brutal. I'm just kind of laughing reading chat right now. It's been GG for a while. It's honestly been GG for a while. The issue is I do need to start wrapping up soon. I'm a little late for the next thing I got to do. At what point can Blue 4 call uncle here, you know? Oh, there goes hard kill. Oh my god. Timer's still at 30 minutes. All right. Here's the deal. I'm going to go AFK for a little bit. I need to prep myself for something else. I'll be back in 5 minutes, but yeah, I'll leave it on the macro sense. It's a little over. It's a little over. All right. It's still going. So the thing was, by the time this hits you, it'll be 4:10 my time. I was supposed to be somewhere at 4 o'clock. If only the stream snipes had already killed Tunguska. The Tunguska had radar. It can tell where flying things are. Radar exists. I'm so confused. All right, anyway, Blue 4 is down to 6 people, and they've officially called it. Okay. Yeah. Fair. I hope this doesn't get me copyrighted. All right. Game over. And I failed. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap the stream up here. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operation. I'll still be in chat. Otherwise, cheers guys, and have a good one. Fission mailed. They'll get them next time.